You are going to be doing your career a disservice by not learning about AI and not learning about how to use it right now. I'm sure by now you've heard about the lawyer in New York who filed the complaint against an airline company for personal injury on behalf of his client. Unfortunately, he used ChatGPT to create that complaint and filed it full of a bunch of cases that didn't actually exist. As an attorney, he's an officer of the court and filed that document under oath. In fact, in the certificates and affidavits, it usually says something like under penalties of perjury. So you can imagine the backlash from this and all this trouble that the lawyer is probably going to get in as a result of this. But what I found really surprising was that a lot of the legal professionals out there posting in Facebook and on listservs and different groups that ChatGPT and AI really has no place in the legal industry. It's not going anywhere. It's unethical to use it, and they're not going to use it at all. And so to those people, this video is for you because today I want to talk about AI and ChatGPT and the evolution that we're seeing right now in technology. I also want to touch on the new Apple Vision Pro glasses that just premiered. It's not coming out until 2024, but I have some thoughts on that piece of technology as well and what the future of working with our data is going to look like. If you're excited for today's video, smash that thumbs up and let's dive into things today. With the evolution of AI and ChatGPT, and with the pandemic and catapulting us into technology where I thought we should have been already, there's a lot of talk about how to use this sort of technology when it comes to the legal profession. Now, we should obviously be using these tools ethically, but we can be using these tools to work smarter and not harder. Should we be using them to write our legal briefs? Absolutely not. But can we use ChatGPT as a search engine? Yes. In fact, I think that ChatGPT and the different sort of AI language models that are out there are going to become the new search engine. So think about that for a minute. But for all of those people who are veteran paralegals, I want you to look back in technology and I want you to think about the search engine that was first developed during, the birth of the internet and how archaic those things were and how difficult it was in the beginning to use them. It's kind of like what we're seeing right now with AI and ChatGPT. It's like the wild, wild west out there. It's pretty archaic and no one knows how to really properly use these tools. And so I don't think that we've begun to see the effects of AI and ChatGPT. I don't think that we will start to see those effects until about 2 to 3, 4 years from now. We are the guinea pigs using this new technology. We have to be very careful about how we use it and about how we execute day-to-day operations using tools like these. I've used these tools to help me craft newsletters and blogs and social media posts. Do I have it help me form arguments and briefs and create all of my letters? No, I don't. But there are really amazing things happening in AI right now. Thomson Reuters, they are putting out some really amazing things that work side by side with Westlaw to get you things that you need much quicker. I think that we can really learn how to use these tools and harness the power of them to pump out actually more work for our clients. Let's take Microsoft CoPilot, for instance. CoPilot, I think, my future predictions on this, CoPilot is going to be a game changer for litigators. Case in point, I have a huge nursing home case. There's a lot of data, a lot of medical records in this case. It took me weeks and maybe even months to pull out all of the data from the medical records and pour it into spreadsheets so that I can create pivot tables and pull data out of it and create smart graphics and visuals for a jury and all sorts of things. But what took me so many hours and weeks to do, I could have done much faster using AI. And I could have used CoPilot to pull out all of those consistencies and patterns and use them for motions and arguments and visuals for juries and things like that. I didn't have that sort of technology back then, and it cost me a lot of hours and time that I was working on a contingency fee case for. But if I had CoPilot at that time, then I could have done all of the work that I did using CoPilot and then cross-reference what CoPilot gave me. And that's a big, big piece of it. You cannot just rely on AI to give you the exact result that you know is true. And I think that's one of the issues also that people have with ChatGPT. Oh, I asked it this question and it gave me the wrong answer. Well, it's because we don't know how to properly prompt ChatGPT. So one of the meetings that I had recently was with a really good friend of mine who was creating a website. She'd worked for months on this certain piece of this website, and she was finding it really hard to just get the words and the content put together to get it on the screen. And it makes sense to the person reading it on the other side of the screen, and that it aligned with the SEO plan that they had put together for this particular website and for the business. So what I showed her was how to teach ChatGPT something. And once that piece was done, then ask ChatGPT to give you something out of what you just taught it. Now, that whole piece took us about 10 minutes to do. And once we were done teaching ChatGPT what we needed to, and then we prompted it to give us the results that we needed, it knew exactly what to give us. And it gave us what we needed within seconds. And it was exactly what she was looking for. Now, is she going to go through and reword a couple of things in there? Absolutely. Sure. But ChatGPT helped her accomplish something within minutes that she had been working on for months. But she just needed to learn how to properly prompt AI, ChatGPT, to give her the results that she needed. And so that's what we as legal professionals need to be focusing on right now. AI, ChatGPT, it's happening. It's not going anywhere. It's 100% here to stay, and it's just going to get bigger, badder, faster, stronger. I think there's a Daft Punk song in there somewhere. Get out there on YouTube University. Get out there on the different e-learning platforms. And if you haven't heard, I have strategically partnered with Beyond Paralegals to bring you BP Connects. And in BP Connects, we're going to have an entire working group solely dedicated to artificial intelligence. We're going to come together as a group, talk about it, learn how to properly use it, learn how to ethically use it, and execute it in our day-to-day operations. I think that AI, ChatGPT, all of those things are going to have a place on all of our resumes in the future. It may even have an entire section dedicated to it. But law firms, 2 years from now, maybe even a year from now, and in fact, I know one who is looking for it right now, are going to be looking for things like ChatGPT and AI to be on your resume. So if you haven't started to learn it now, please get out there and do it. Get out there and learn all that you can. I'm not saying that you need to use it in your jobs right now. I'm saying that you need to start playing with it right now. I'm saying that you need to start familiarizing yourself with these different AI platforms right now. It's just like e-discovery. People didn't think much of e-discovery when it first came on the scene, and now it's completely blown up. So think about the evolution of e-discovery and look at AI and ChatGPT. It's here, it's staying. You need to learn about it. It's going to need to be put on your resume later on. Now, 4 years ago, when I started this channel and I started talking about Microsoft 365 and how it was going to change the way that we worked with each other and with our data, there were so many skeptics. And there were so many people saying that no, that's not going to happen. Microsoft isn't going to, do that to us. We still have these suites products. And now they've completely rebranded. And now people have no choice but to buy into Microsoft 365 in order to get those certain applications that they need, like Word and Excel and Outlook and OneDrive and all of those different things. Heed the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. You are going to be doing your career a disservice by not learning about AI and not learning about how to use it right now. Get in there and start working with it. Because if you think back to the birth of the internet and all those people who decided, nope, I don't want anything to do with the internet. I don't want to get on it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm not using email. All of those people were eventually left in the dust. You cannot stick your head in the sand about this one. You have got to learn about AI and ChatGPT. So get out there, enroll in BP Connects, get into the working group with me, and let's start talking about how to use artificial intelligence together. So if you're a new paralegal coming onto the scene, this AI, ChatGPT, I don't think you're going to find it in any curriculum being offered right now. Unfortunately, we're just living in the wild, wild west, and nobody is putting this sort of information in the paralegal curriculum. So while we're on the topic of paralegals, let's say hello and thank our sponsors for today, Preppy.org. If you want to become a paralegal, there's no point in waiting years sitting around a classroom waiting for it to happen. With AI evolving rapidly, you need to complete your education much faster. And if there's one program that I can recommend for doing this, it's Preppy's online paralegal certification program. This program gets my seal of approval because it helps you complete your training within months, not years, from the comfort of your own home and without a big price tag. To learn more about this program, check out my How to Become a Paralegal video. In that video, I lay out the step-by-step blueprint towards starting your paralegal career and how Preppy can help you with that. I'll add the link in the description box below. Now back to the video. Have you seen the new Apple Vision Pro glasses? Oh my gosh. I am so geeking out about these things right now. And we're going to talk about the price of them here in a minute because $3,400, that's a pretty steep price tag. But I'm going to talk about that here in a second. The wheels were turning so much in my head when I started to look at everything that these glasses could do. First of all, I'm a Mac user, so I'm already on Apple. I'm already a big time Apple lover. So the fact that I can be looking at my Mac and go away from my Mac and have those glasses on and still be interacting and working with my data is amazing. There are so many wonderful things about these glasses. Now, the 2-hour battery, yeah, I think that sucks. The weight of them might cause some thoracic issues later on. And do I think that Apple has time to work all these things out? 100%. This is first gen technology, but for first gen technology, these bad boys are pretty flippin' sweet. One of the things that really came to my mind when looking at these glasses was the fact that when we think about the future of case management and working with our data and working with one another, could we be looking at a more immersive experience when doing that? I mean, that sounds really cool to be almost immersed in our data and be working with our data like that. Now, having said that, I want to tie this and segue this into the price tag. So the price tag for these are $3,400, and that's a lot. Now, mind you, there are really no comps. Apple had nothing to compare this to in terms of that price tag. And people are really scoffing at that price tag. But from a business perspective, let me point out this. With the Apple Vision glasses, what you're going to be able to do is cut down on the amount of hardware that you purchase in your business. So case in point, when you are in this experience with these glasses, you can be looking at multiple monitors. I mean, 3, 4 monitors you can have up on the screen and be looking at them. But if you're sitting at a desk and you need that many monitors, that's a lot of money to buy in monitors, especially if you're buying really nice Mac, Apple monitors like I have and I'm talking on right now. And so if I don't have to buy that many monitors and I can just use these glasses, that's kind of saving me money. That's saving me money in overhead hardware costs. And so there is that to consider. Do I think that these will be a new sort of status symbol? Yes, kind of. I do. But I think that the future of case management and working with our data is really exciting right now. I think that technology that we're seeing evolve is just crazy exciting. And I can't wait to test case management and working with our data with the Apple Vision Pros. I really want to test this for other people. I think that it could not only be a new way of working with our data, but it could also be a new way of training people and training people in a much more immersive experience. I think that we are living in a really exciting time in the age and technology that we have, but we have to be smart about the way that we approach it. And we have to understand how we're going to execute those day-to-day processes in the legal industry with using that technology in an ethical way. I'm interested to hear in what your take is on AI and ChatGPT. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you using it yet? Have you found it useful? Let me know and everybody else who's watching this video in the comments below. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. Of course, don't forget to click that bell notification to receive a notification of each time I put a video on here. All right, good luck to you and all that you do, because this crazy legal industry needs a super savvy paralegal boss, just like you. Thank you for joining me today. Have an amazing rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend ahead of you, and I will see you guys back here in the next one. Mwah! Bye, guys.